Hi both, how are you?
Hi, Josh. How are you?
Great.
Yeah, doing great, thanks. And such a pleasure
Good.
to speak to you both. And I know, Iman, you've obviously done some voice acting work with Marvel Zombies and Gaten. You've done things like Angry Birds, My Father's Dragon. But to collaborate
Yeah,
with
for sure.
Andy Serkis on this film, was that a big part of what made the project unique and maybe a bit of a learning experience from him as well?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
I'm sure it was the same for you, but like
Mm,
watching Andy work in the
mm.
voice acting space is like it's like watching the Beatles make music.
Yeah,
Like this
seriously.
dude is
It's
I get like so taken out of
mm,
scenes when he's doing the scenes with me too.
yeah, sometimes it's easy to just watch. I mean, he's all world and he's one of like the highest ceiling actors that I think anybody's had the pleasure of watching. And anytime he tackles something and you know it's going to be in good hands. So that was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, the coming of age element really helps keep this
Yeah.
take on Animal Farm fresh. So to both come in and play these newly created characters and almost add to the mythology of that classic story, did that mean a lot to both of you?
That was scary. I think that's always like a swing is when you try to add upon or find something new and fresh to such a classic piece. But I've always felt that you shouldn't adapt anything unless you have something to say and
Yeah.
you're willing to make a choice. And that's why I think I was drawn to it is because it kind of scared me. But I think that that's kind of what made it hard to translate Animal Farm into film up until this point is you didn't really have a perspective that felt unbiased. And I think that having two young pigs be that perspective was a pretty interesting choice.
Yeah. It gives a personal stakes,
Mm,
like something the audience can actually follow. Like they can see Lucky growing and challenging the systems
mm,
around him and like questioning it and realizing that he doesn't actually have to tolerate, you know, all of it because
mm,
these systems were built by individuals and therefore
Mhm.
can also be changed by them too. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, you've both worked on some huge franchises like Miss Marvel, Stranger Things, and they have some really intense, high stakes scenes. So,
sure.
did those prepare you to come onto this with the kind of the emotion and the energy you need to play these characters?
Here for the efforts.
Yeah, right. Definitely for the efforts.
Just like,
Oh man. Yeah, that's
did Andy make you do a lot of pig noises?
no. Do you have to do pig noises?
I had to do pig noises.
Wait, I probably did like a series of pig noises a little bit earlier in the process for sure. I
Yeah.
think so, probably.
I don't think Miss Marvel helps away with that. But
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard to draw comparisons to, I think, both of our past work. I feel like this kind of feels like a polar opposite kind of
yeah.
direction.
And this was so much
Yeah,
fun.
right.
Like it was Andy's such a generous director in
Yeah.
that way where he just like lets you play
Mhm.
and like go off script and just like feel like you're having fun. There's no pressure, you
This
know.
was great. Anytime there's an opportunity to be directed by an actor, I always get excited about that because there is a lot of time there's just directors who are brilliant at what they do, but sometimes there just isn't like a real ease of communication with what it is that they want from their actors. And when you work with somebody like Andy, who's just one of the smartest actors, I think, doing it today, it's great when it's just like that communication is. It seems like it rolls off his tongue so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I love the dynamic between your characters. And I know there was talk of this being a motion capture project quite a while ago, but obviously you were in
Yeah,
the recording booth and it was animated. Did you get to talk or work together at all beforehand to develop that friendship, or did that just evolve with what Andy did in post-production?
it was mainly Andy.
It was mostly Andy.
Yeah, we had like one
Andy
day
was my
together.
lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had one day where we met over Zoom and did a couple scenes
I'm
together.
very glad we got that too,
Yeah.
just so we could have a bit of an
And I think it
idea of
was
what
like
to
the
expect.
climax too. So
Yeah, it
I'm
was that.
happy that happened. But I think I was in like Toronto, you
Mm.
were
Which
everywhere.
what makes it hard. I'm
Yeah.
usually I'm usually here. I'm usually Eastern Standard Time, which makes it, I guess, a little bit easier. But yeah, I think that's kind of the hard part about voiceover specifically, especially in such a character-driven piece like this. You would love to work with the other actors in the project. It's just scheduling rarely works out that way.
Yeah.
So
But it's so cool to see everyone's names on the
exactly,
poster.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
For sure. And man, just before I let you go, there's obviously rumors all the time about Miss Marvel and Avengers Doomsday. Is there anything on that front you've heard or Secret Wars? I think we're all desperate to see that character again.
Yep. I'm desperate too. So we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I
fingers
don't
crossed. But
know.
in the meantime, I cannot wait for people to see this film. I thought you were both terrific, and it's such a great film. So thank you
That's
so much both for taking the time.
appreciate it, Josh. Thank you.
Thank you so much.